All right, welcome back to Fans of the Game. We've gained another member. I'm Brendan. These are my co-hosts Adon and Alex, and we're happy to bring you guys the top 10 receivers for this 2025 year. This list is going to be full of surprises, and let's get into it. Alex, you're our guest. Go ahead and give us a sleeper or number 10, your choice.
All right, so my number 10 is definitely a sleeper that's going to turn a lot of heads. At number 10, I have Marvin Harrison Jr. sliding into my list.
Ooh.
I think,
Yeah, I thought about it. I like it.
I was contemplating either him or JSN. I'm a Seattle fan. It's kind of hard leaving him off the list, but especially with Sam Darnold and, Sam Darnold with Justin Jefferson, just throwing him the rock and trusting him, he could do that with
Yeah.
JSN. But I think Marvin Harrison he's going to find that connection with Kyler and definitely put up some big numbers this year.
So my 10. I put Lad McConkey in here. I think young guys are gonna roll these first couple. I really think they're gonna take steps. Lad averaged 10 per reception last year. I don't know if that's sustainable because he only had 80 receptions. A wide receiver one isn't gonna have 80 receptions back to back years. He projects a good bit higher. I I was not a huge fan of Lad. I've done more research and I think he might be the real deal. Uh, Along with Marvin Harrison, I have his name here. I have Jerry Jeudy, who was left off my list. He was really, really good last year. He ran the second most routes in the league behind Jamar Chase because they were always down. So that
That's
provides
cool and all, but
opportunity.
40-year-old Joe Flacco is also throwing him the rock.
Yeah, sure. Who you
I
got here
mean,
now?
Um, right here at number 10, I got Lad White Boy McConkey. Same
Hey,
shit.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
his rookie year, he had 1,200 receiving yards on only 82 catches, which is actually a pretty good
Yeah,
number. Um,
outrageous.
they
he
didn't really
started to
add
kick it
anybody. They
up.
added Trey Harris, but he hasn't looked that good in camp. They added Keenan Allen to reassure it, but Lad McConkey's the obvious wide receiver one in that group.
Mike Williams retired. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's gonna have a lot of
Sleeper.
production.
Yeah. A sleeper I had, or it didn't make the top 10, I guess. I was really high on Rasheed Rice. He's never hit 1,000 yards in his career. I mean, it's only
Dude.
been 2 seasons, but I just think with Patrick Mahomes and him being the actual route runner on that team, I think he can hit it.
Did you look at what he was ranked in
No, I
terms
didn't look
of
at what he's ranked.
receiver? He was
What
like
was it?
mid 20s. I had him above CD at one point on my
I mean, he's
list, and
never hit a
he worked his
thousand
way
a
down.
thousand yards, so he's got to prove it.
Yeah,
I think people are reaching
bro,
on
he
on Reishi a lot this year, way too much.
really. So you're fading him,
I,
really?
I'm fading. I think he has the talent. I think he's
Huh?
going way too high in most
You
drafts.
you think another year? You think another year? Or you're selling him completely.
I think another year, I think once he proves that he can bounce back from his injury and still produce at the level that he was, then I'll go ahead and I'll give him his flowers. But I think right now people are drafting him a little
Okay,
bit too high.
okay. Well, a
Um,
guy that's fallen in drafts because of age. I have Mike Evans at 9. I think he's still gonna produce. If he's healthy. We have to consider everything healthy. Father Time
what
hasn't really applied to him.
is barely getting 1,000 yards a nine slot though in fantasy?
Red zone threat. He's gonna have
He's a red
touchdowns,
zone
bro.
threat.
That's
But they
true.
also added Igbuka, and then Godwin's going to be coming back after a couple of weeks. So
Yeah,
that's going to.
McMillan is in a neck brace. They don't have a wide receiver four.
McMillan was never
So
going to
I
be
don't.
the three wide receiver sets,
No.
I,
anyways.
I I'm not completely sold on Emeka over McMillan, but
He
that's
was
a
he
whole
was the
different
twenty
conversation.
first pick,
All
even
right, let's
sooner
hear
than
your
that.
guy. Who you guys got at 9? Adon, who you got?
Number nine, I have Nico Collins. I'm honestly
Okay,
really not even sure I like him on my list.
I'm not either. He's not on
But
mine.
I think with CJ Stroud, his third year, yeah, he had a little bit of a down year, but that's because the O line was so bad.
And
I think
injuries.
that connection with
Yes.
Nico grows, especially without Tank Dell and two rookie receivers backing him up. Christian Kirk's there, but not worried about him.
Yeah.
What you got, Alex?
So at 9, I have people that you guys have had already. I have Lad.
Your nine's Lad McConkey. Why you got Lad at 9?
I got Ladd at 9. I think his connection with Justin Herbert, especially over the last 8 games of the season, just he was just peppering him with targets. So I think it's only going to get stronger, and he's just going to continuously find him throughout the entire season this year, and put him at the 9 slot.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the only
I
reason
think
he's not higher
we're
is
all
because of
high
Jim
on him.
Harbaugh. Yeah.
Uncertainty around the whole offense. Yeah,
Yeah.
A little bit.
I'd rule it that. 8, Alex, who you got?
At 8, this might be come as a surprise to some people. I have Malik Neighbors slotting in at the number 8.
That's
I
too
think
low, man.
I
Yeah,
know,
I
I
don't
know.
know. I don't know about
I have
that
him
one
slotting in
though.
at the 8. I mean, injuries. We're not talking about injuries. We're talking completely healthy. But and I'm a big Russell Wilson guy. I don't think he's going to get as many
Man, he
targets
was
as he did
7.
last year.
He was wide receiver 7 last year. Who's getting the targets?
I mean, I guess I could say
Hey, we'll
Darius
get to it. We'll
Slayton.
get to
I
it. We'll
know,
get to
but
it. We'll get to it.
Hey, yeah,
you could
I'm
say
glad we're on the
Darius
same
Slayton.
wavelength. That's crazy.
But I don't
Darius
think
Slayton's
Darius.
higher.
Yo,
I think after
Thomas, get on his butt.
he showed what he could do last year, which just means that that's more heads
Okay.
looking his way, the
You
defense
know
shifting
what?
his way more. So
You guys might look at me crazy for mine. I have CD Lamb here.
At 8? Bro, you guys
Yep.
are
Yep. Hey, this is a
that's worse
really
than
good
mine.
list. This a really good list.
comment down below
Adon,
if
who
these
you
guys are
got?
idiots.
Hey, maybe.
All
Maybe.
right, explain your CD Lamb pick at 8.
I don't like the Cowboys. It's a bad offense. They stagnate, man. I like some of their games late in the game, they're just itching to get yards, and they're not actually trying to get chunk plays, it seems like. I, with George Pickens being there too, there goes some targets. Although they do have no run game. So maybe this comes back and bites me when CeeDee Lamb has 130 targets. He could have 100 receptions, and I could be completely wrong. But I don't know about that offense. I'm kind of selling him.
All right, well, my number 8's Puka Nakua. He had to fall down
Ooh.
because you
Oh,
guys
wow.
had him high because you guys faded a lot of great wide receivers. Mine's Puka here. I mean, he had almost 1,500 his rookie year. Got injured his second year. I know we're not talking about injuries, but Matthew Stafford's on his last leg. I think this is his farewell
That
season.
his elbow problem. He might not even
Exactly.
make it through this season, but
Devontae
it's still
Adams is
Puka
there.
Nacua.
Devontae Adams will cry if he doesn't get the rock. So I see a great season because Matthew Stafford loves Puka
You don't have
Nakua.
to sell us on Puka. I'm assuming me and Alex
Right.
both have him higher.
As,
I
Okay.
do.
I,
I do.
So, Adon, who is your 7? Because it's if we're going in order, I think it's you now.
my 7 is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Arguably the best slot receiver in the game.
Yeah.
However, Jameer Gibbs, Sam Laporta, Waymo, J-Mo,
We were
um,
high on them, yeah.
and then Jared Goff. I don't know how he's going to look with this new OC. He didn't look great in his final game of the 2024 season.
Well, they had
I mean,
injuries, but yeah.
you can't argue Amon Ra's ability to catch the football in traffic and his route running, but it's just there's too many mouths
Elite,
to feed in that offense now.
Yep.
correct. Best team, one of the best teams in the league projects to be.
Absolutely.
I have Brian Thomas here. I wasn't completely sold on him until I looked at the stats. Man,
So,
he's really good. He might be certified. Now that offense is ugh. If I'm selling the Cowboys offense, I'm not touching the Jaguars offense with a
well,
10-foot
I'm the
pole.
complete opposite, but I'll talk about him then.
You're high
So,
on him?
I'm high on the Jags offense.
So
I'm not. I'm not, which is why I actually left BTJ off of my list. I did.
Ooh,
oh, so who do you
that's a
have
little
here?
wild.
Who do you have here?
At my 7,
7.
I have Puka in at my 7. So similar to Adon,
Okay,
even though
yeah,
he had him at the 8. I have
Okay,
Puka
there
there
you go.
okay.
because of Matthew Stafford declining on his last leg. I think it still is Puka. I
Yeah.
just don't see him, being at that level that he's been previously.
Elite top 4. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think it's
understandable.
going to knock
Because
him down
and
too
that's out of his
far, but
control. That's
it
out of
is.
his control.
It
Like,
is.
yeah, that's fine. Who you have next, Alex?
At my number 6, I have Amon-Ra. Finished as the wide receiver 3 last
Me
year.
too.
I
I
think
do too. Good pick.
Uh, basically everything Adon said when he was explaining Amon-Ra. Just I think it's going to be a little bit more than what he was explaining. I think he's going to have a little bit better of a season
Yeah, just by a slot. Yeah.
by
Anything
one
to add
slot.
there, Brendan?
Better season is tough. He's got that dog in him, but there's a lot of mouths to feed.
True.
Jamison Williams takes a step. That's less for Amon-Ra, but that's
But
not
you have him
against
at
him.
6. So
Have you guys seen his dad's physique?
no. Actually, you know what I had? He's the bodybuilder,
his
right? Yeah.
Yes,
his
yes.
dad is huge.
He's
His
massive.
dad
When
is
I
big
saw
boy.
that, I knew Amon-Ra was gonna be a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad gigantic.
All right. Well, I'll take
So
over 6 since you guys had the same
there you
7.
go.
I went Brian Thomas Jr. here at number 6. He had
Okay.
1,300 yards his rookie year. The offense, I think it will be better because Liam Cohen, the offensive coordinator for the Bucks, we saw what Chris Godwin did, Mike Evans did, even McMillan. He wasn't bad in that
He was
offense as a third
balling.
receiver.
Jalen McMillan was balling. Yes.
And he's the head coach of the Jags now, running that offense. Brian Thomas will get that Chris Godwin treatment, where he was arguably one of the best slot receiver in football during that
For
little
six
span that he
weeks.
had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
Huh.
like Trevor Lawrence, man. I know that he was feeding him last season. I don't like Trevor Lawrence enough to
He's
justify it.
he's serviceable, but
He is
He's,
serviceable.
I get
service,
that.
he, he's serviceable to give him the rock. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Who at my 5, I have Drake London here. So I guess you guys are also high on Drake London?
I have him at
Okay.
5. I have him at 5.
Okay.
Go
Alex,
ahead.
who's your 5?
My 5, I have Jay Jets. I have Jay Jets at my 5. I think he's
And
still going to
I can
perform
see it
at
though.
that.
Contemplated reaching on London.
I think
Okay.
Jay Jets is going to perform at that elite level still, but he does have a rookie QB throwing him the ball. Sam Darnold, he was still experienced. I mean, he hasn't done anything before that, but he had
Yeah.
experience. So JJ McCarthy hasn't really gotten in the games enough to prove himself, but I still think he can feed Jefferson enough to go ahead and be at that high level.
That's understandable. I think these positions are interchangeable. I love London. I pulled off a masterclass trade on draft night and got him. I'm assuming you guys would have taken him on the next pick if I left him on the board. So I guess that's a good confirmation.
It was close
I
for
mean,
me.
yeah,
I like London. Yeah.
I was between him and
I
Nico,
London
and
at
I took
5.
Nico.
Just I did take Nico. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but I
that's
had
true.
London at
He
5 just
must have
because
picked right
the
before.
he had 1,200 receiving yards and with half a year of Penix, 100 receptions. I think Penix is gonna take a huge jump, so that means London's gonna take a huge jump. They didn't
Even
add
if
any
not a
other wide
huge jump.
receivers.
Yeah.
They didn't
Mhm.
have any other wide receivers. They kept Darnell Mooney.
Mooney can't do as good again. No way. There's
Not a
So
chance.
yeah.
yeah,
I like it.
Uh,
I love London, so I'm
you got it
excited for
for
his season. Me?
Me?
yeah, go for it.
4, I have Puka here. I'm still a believer in Matt Stafford. I have him on
All
my
right.
bench, so obviously I'm a little biased here. But I think Puka's an elite route runner. He's really, really good. He's learned how to use his hands. I said about Bijan in our running back video. Be on the lookout for that, Alex. Bijan uses his hands at the top of routes, and that separates him from the rest of the running backs. Puka fights at the top of routes, and you see it. He's not outrageously fast, but somehow he's always open. Why do you think? That's why. He's
I
hand
agree with
fighting at
you.
the top. I like Puka.
I agree with that.
Who do you got it for, Alex?
At 4, you guys,
You
obviously
got you
disagree
got
with me on this. I have Nico Collins. Nico Collins last year at the beginning of the year, before he got hurt, he had 8 targets, 13 targets, 18 targets, and this is on a CJ Stroud off year that people are classifying. And then when he came back from his injury, 8 targets, 8 targets, 8 targets, 10 targets, 10 targets, 15. CJ Stroud gets that guy the ball. So I think CJ Stroud
Yeah, but
having a
how many
better year than last year.
receptions?
I mean, the first
Eight
100 yards per
receptions
game
isn't crazy for a wide receiver one.
during that span, around 100 yards per game. He was leading the league in.
that was with no serviceable wide receivers around him though. Now there's Jaden Higgins, Christian Kirk, Jaden Noel. I mean, they're not great, but they're still guys you can take targets away.
he might be able to take turns. That also gets
Four is
more eyes off of him.
four is crazy.
And
We'll see.
this is
This could
C.J.
age well. This
Stroud.
could be a great take.
And if C.J. Stroud bounces back from what people were saying in off year, which he didn't do
He
horrible,
will.
he did
He
bad
did.
compared to his rookie season. But once he bounces back, he's going to get Nico the ball, and that's why I have Nico in at my 4.
He's
But my
also going to be
four.
giving Jaden Higgins the ball. But go ahead, Doc.
I wish Higgins made my top 10 list because I'm high on him, but obviously not. That's ridiculous.
What?
My number four is CeeDee Lamb
Okay,
because I mean, he didn't have Dak Prescott last year. CeeDee Lamb is the top 3 wide receiver in this league with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's back. He's healthy. George Pickens honestly probably helps him. Yes, he steals some targets, but
that's true.
that's a lot of eyes on deep routes where the safeties are going to Pickens for the deep balls. When CeeDee
Yeah.
Lamb, he's always worked in the intermediate routes. Yeah,
You
he
have
can
to
go
give two
deep.
to
Like
both.
he's honestly a
Yeah.
route runner. Yeah, and that's all I got about CD. I mean, I think totally can be a top 3 receiver.
Yeah. The ceiling is there. He's already done it prior.
Yeah,
So,
no run game.
Right?
right. By committee. I even said that when I set him at 7 or 8.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
my three. I'll call it three.
Go
Oh no,
for it.
I called four. I got Justin Jefferson here. I know there's looming injury history. I'm really high on JJ. Alex, I don't know if you watched. I ranked JJ at 9 in terms of fantasy. I think he could really take a step. Having that year to just sit and learn NFL offense and defense, I think he could just come out guns a-blazing and have a great Ben Simmons rookie year, like a sophomore that's really a rookie. Eh,
I don't
Ben
know if you
Simmons
want to
got
call
hurt
him
his
Ben
freshman
Simmons.
year. Ben Simmons won Rookie of the Year in his second year. You don't remember
Uh,
that? Yeah,
I mean,
that
he's just gonna
yeah. Come on
fall
now.
off
That,
after.
I'm ready for the basketball season. I'm always thinking about hoops. But I think Justin Jefferson truly is a special receiver. Jordan Addison's out for a couple of games, only
He
4, but
is. Yeah.
statistically, it could make a difference between 3 and 6. But
Yeah. Number.
I finally drafted him in our 8-man fantasy league. I've normally stayed away from Jefferson. I think I've seen enough to know he's an elite receiver in a category with a CD Lamb, who's proven.
Yeah. My number 3 is also Jay Jettas. All I got to add to that really is Sam Darnold did it. I know Alex's point was Sam Darnold is a veteran, but how bad can JJ be? And I think Kevin O'Connell is arguably the greatest OC in the game right now. I know he's the head coach, but calling offensive plays. I mean, I think he's better than Sean McVay at this point.
Man, I'm not that into it.
Yeah, I don't
That's your
know.
call.
I
You
don't
love
know.
the coaches. Who
And
you got at
I'm in
3,
with the
Alex?
coaches.
At 3, I have Drake London. I mean, especially the last 3 weeks, Michael Penix starting those last 3 weeks, he fed that man.
Yeah.
8 targets, 13 targets, and 18 targets. I mean, they showed that connection right out the gate. And I think
Damn, I didn't know that.
With Penix starting the season, he's just going to feed Drake London the ball. And Drake London's a big
Damn.
guy. He can go up and
So
get those catches in the red zone.
so
I
you
think
like
he's
what
going
I
to.
have going on in fantasy then?
I do. I tried getting Drake London off you. You wouldn't give him to me.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
I think
So,
I would have run the
Alex,
league if I
who do
would have
you have
gotten
at
London off you.
2?
At 2, I have
Who is
CD
left on the
Lamb.
list for you to have it 2? Oh,
CD Lamb.
okay. I have Malik Neighbors.
You
Adon,
have
you do
Lamb at
too?
2?
I
I
have
have
CD
Malik
Lamb at
Neighbors at
2.
2.
I did.
What? Uh, no
All right,
way, we
explain.
both.
Give a little bit about CeeDee Lamb at your 2, Alex.
I
Yeah,
think
then
with Dak
we'll
back,
blaze.
with Dak back, I think that helps tremendously. And then especially like Adon said, the acquisition of George Pickens, taking that
Mhm.
safety over the top on the deep ball, it's gonna get him the rock so much more. And we already know CD Lamb is just absolute elite talent, great route runner.
Yeah.
So you guys think they'll have an elite team passing offense this year?
I
Bad,
think they
they
will.
like 25th ranked rushing offense. They low key could.
They'll win 8
Ferguson, the
games,
turner.
but
I mean, sure, they're gonna sling the rock, I guess.
yeah, they
So
will.
Neighbors is like one of the best eye test receivers I've ever seen. He accelerates so fast in and out of cuts. It's kind of crazy. And having Russell Wilson, I think he's going to develop his vertical game a lot. You know, Russell Wilson just throws the moon ball. I
The
mean,
moon
I watched
ball.
it all last year as a Steelers fan. I
Yep.
think Neighbors might get downfield a little bit more.
Yeah, I
Down,
mean,
why'd you? We took a big reach. He jumps 5 spots from
yeah,
wide
he's at
receiver
number
7
two,
to
but that's
2.
because he's Jaden
Yeah,
Daniels' favorite target back at LSU. But he had 109 receptions as a rookie. That is
man,
an
that's
extreme, an
unheard of.
extreme
That's
amount of
crazy.
productiveness. And he was hurt for like 2 games in that season. He didn't even play a full season. I mean, with Russell Wilson,
Mm.
the point about Russell Wilson, moonballs, he's gonna get better
Right.
targets, better throws than when
And
Daniel Jones
he's
is moving
not
around.
great, but yep, there you go.
Right, he's
Daniel
better than
Jones
Daniel
is
Jones.
significantly worse.
And
Yep.
Jackson Dart, whenever he eventually starts, he has
I
looked
don't mind Jackson
awesome
Dart.
in
Yep.
preseason.
Hmm.
Then
So
again, I'm also like I understand when you're a really bad quarterback. What do? Who do you throw to when you have you can't make the read yourself? You're like, "Yep, I'm going to him regardless." You make it up before you even read the defense. Russell Wilson,
but
he
That's
might be
valid.
old and he might
Burrow,
be at the end of the rope, but
Burrow, he's not a trash quarterback. Who does he always look to? He looks at
That's true.
Jamar
he
Chase.
also has T.
And that's
That's
Higgins.
who's
true.
number one.
Russell Wilson
Triple
is going to get
crown.
it to his guy before Daniel
Nope.
Jones.
I
Also
got
So,
my
true,
number one, Jamar Chase, triple
but
crown winner.
yeah,
Easy.
yeah.
yeah.
I'm selling the Triple Crown. I don't think there's a chance of a back-to-back Triple Crown. Hopefully,
Uh-uh.
Drake London has the most receiving touchdowns this year.
I was gonna say
He
the
actually
touchdowns is the
had,
only thing that gets him.
yeah, I
So
think Drake London had some crazy, like 60+% of red zone targets for the Falcons
well,
last
Terry
year. Yeah.
McLaurin actually had the second most touchdowns last season. So let's talk about that for a second.
I'll fade that any day of the week.
There's a
FanDuel
reason.
could
Nope.
There's a
run
reason
my
Terry
pockets for
didn't
that.
make. He didn't make any of our lists for a
Right.
reason.
I will take
Hey,
Debo Samuel over Terry in fantasy at this point right now.
I
Hot
don't know
take.
really?
about that one.
I don't know about that one.
I think Debo
Dude,
is gonna have 400 yards rushing and 800 yards receiving.
I'm not mad at the Marvin Harrison one. I think that's one of the more underrated picks here. I had Marvin Harrison slotted in as high as 6 at one point.
Kyler
And
Murray can't throw a
so,
football.
see, that's true. He can throw it to Trey McBride 4 yards away,
True.
which is why he had one touchdown because it's hard to get the ball in the end zone throwing 4 yards when there's three linebackers there.
Yeah,
Huh. I like our rankings though. I think it was good.
it
I
wasn't too
don't think
crazy.
the
Alex was
I
a
don't
little
think
crazy,
the yeah. Eh,
but
sometimes.
You didn't like the
Sometimes
Nico at the
that
4
happens.
or Neighbors at 8.
Yeah.
Neighbors at
I
8
mean,
is
I just don't see like you're projecting him to get worse then.
I think he takes a
Because
slight step back. Yes.
this is
I'm
gonna
not
age
saying
poorly.
I don't think that it's going to be. It's obviously not his fault. He's elite talent. I think just having a better quarterback, honestly, is going to ultimately hurt him. Like I said, Russell Wilson starting out is going to be making
I just don't know
reads
if
actually,
Darius
and not just
Slayton or
saying.
Wan'Dale Robinson make a difference.
I agree with
no,
you. At the same time,
No.
they're still.
No.
I don't know.
Uh,
Russell Wilson's not just going to be like, okay, I'm throwing it to Malik no matter what this play, and that's definitely what Daniel Jones, Tommy DeVito,
that's
what they've
kind of
done.
what Russell Wilson does though. You're forgetting he threw the least clutch pick of all time.
True.
He
That's
forced
not
it
his
to his
fault.
guy.
That's
I
not his
mean,
fault. That was
that's
the play, man. They
yes, it
ran
they
is.
should have ran the ball. That's a whole different
Yes, it
story,
is.
though.
right.
He
That's
They
a
should have
forced it
ran
to
the
whole
his
ball.
guy.
story.
He could have thrown that
It's the
shit
coach's
over.
fault. It's the coach's fault for sure. You got to
Well,
run the ball.
I
You got
like the
beast mode.
list. I like the list. Don, should we do an introduction since we got the three of us here? Could. We could save it for another video.
I'll just save it for another video. Don't worry about
Works for me. Well,
Yeah.
it.
that's
Like,
all of the top 10
nope,
receivers. Smash the like button. Make sure to interact.
smash.
We need the algorithm on our side for these first few videos.
Even if it's
Feel free.
roasting us, commenting on Brendan's
Yeah.
hairline, Alex's weak ass list,
I'm getting
just
old.
just comment down below. We need the interactions. Everything helps.
Yes, we do. And
This would
welcome
go
our guests.
viral. This would go viral if Adon just showed his fantasy team, but that's a different story.
Bro, like it's a
Hey,
dynasty. It's different.
he has a lot of draft picks. We'll let him live. But good list, guys.
All right, peace.
Good list, fellas.